evening. This is Igor Gruendl in Sarasota, Florida. I am the host for Going Silver and Beyond with Igor Gruendl. Welcome to the show, and I'm glad to have you all here today because I have special guests from all over the United States and even from Peru. So I would like to introduce our guests tonight, and if you would like to chat with us, you can use the Google Hangout chat. There should be the ability for you to actually talk with us, and if we can get to your questions, we will do that. So the call today is about people that have gone silver and that would like to share their experience with you. People that are wanting to go to silver and beyond. It's wonderful to have you on board. Well, let me go through to everybody and let's introduce each other. I'd like to go to, well, the farthest away are you, Dr. Ted Rivera. Ted, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello.
Good evening, everybody.
Could you please share who you are, what your background is, and how long you've been in Nikken?
Okay, my name is Ted Rivera. I'm a dentist. I'm 35 years old. I got into Nikken in October last year.
Excellent.
My brother is my front line. We talked for a while. I met you, Igor, in September. We talked for a while, and after I saw the benefits and everything that Nikken can do for me and all the people I know, I decided to get in. Excellent. I wanted to share it with everybody.
Wonderful. Okay, then I'd like to say hello to Stacy in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Stacy, hi.
Hi, Igor. My name is Stacy Ludy. I am in Menominee Falls, which is a suburb of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm a mother of 3. My middle child has some medical issues, which is why I got interested in Nikken. My brother is David Martin, who is also on this call. He's the one who introduced Nikken to me. I joined the company at the tail end of June. I've been a stay-at-home mom now for 12 years. Prior to that, I was director of finance for a company. But I am an ultimate mother and volunteer.
Excellent, thank you. Juana Lofgren, we have you with us today. Hello, good evening.
Hi. Hi, my name is Juana Lofgren, and originally from Cajamarca, Peru. I came to US so many years ago, maybe 40 years, and now I'm living in Menlo Park for 40 years since I came to California. And now I took care of my mother for 32 years. And I resented the fact that I didn't know Nikken at the time because I couldn't use it in order to give her better care and also for myself and my family. But as I believe that it's never too late and the better is yet to come, and I was so excited when I learned about Nikken through my son, Herschel, and I'm so delighted because all the information that I know now is because of David, who contacted my son through his children, my grandchildren, in that way, through the school. You know, both kids go to the same school. So I was thinking that Nikken is an answer to my prayers because it's a miracle that I'm getting better with my own health, and also I can see the changes in my children, in my grandchildren, even in my pets. So I'm so excited to continue in this business because I believe in alternative treatment. So, I would say, this comes as an ancestral ties because my great-grandmother, she lived 115 years. And because she lived a healthy life, she basically took good care of herself. So she died at the age of 115 years in her sleep. And my mother lived for 100, almost 107 here in California. So because I use alternative treatment. So Nikken is one way how I believe that we should be treated. And I believe that my children, my great children, and everybody's going to know about Nikkens. That's what the exciting part is. Even though I took an early retirement because of health, my energy came back, and I feel like going back to work. But I said, with Nikken, I have already a lot. I keep myself very, very busy, and I believe that Nikken is just something that I wasn't expecting, but I didn't know what was the name. So the name is Nikken.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Wina. For right now, we'll get back to you. Your story is really awesome. I'm very impressed. You know, it's like the longevity of your family. That's pretty awesome. And with Nikken, I think that's going to be helping very good. Now, I want to move on to Herschel. You know, if you could introduce yourself briefly, you know, and share what your background is.
Okay. My name is Herschel Lofgren. I'm from Menlo Park. Born and raised here. I've been in Nikken for about 6 months now. Let's see, what I do, I'm a graphic designer as well as a musician. I'm a father of 2 teenagers, soon-to-be teenager. My youngest one is she is going to be turning 13 on Saturday. So,
oh boy.
yes. So definitely, Nikken is really here at the right time, and what it's done for me is really just turned my life around. Health-wise, wow. I mean, I've always been about raising awareness and within conversations or in one way or another. But now having Nikken, now I actually have a product to introduce as well as, you know, as supplement to these conversations. So it's really been a blessing health-wise and all the knowledge that's associated with Nikken. And I really do thank Dave for coming along and really introducing this to me. It's been a huge blessing. Dave has been a huge blessing in my life, so I definitely wanted to thank Dave over there.
Okay, Dave, we'll just go over there to you. You have been a guest on my show. I think we've done a show together about 4 months ago, if I remember.
Yes.
And since then, you have actually in the last 2 months, you have broken 4 silvers, right?
That's correct.
So that's one of the reasons why I wanted you back on the show. You know, first of all, to introduce some of the people that went silver, but also, you know, so we can talk about the beyond part. So Introduce yourself briefly one more time.
I'm David Martin. I live in the San Francisco Bay Area location in California in the United States. I'm a father, a friend, a visionary, business mentor, life coach, speaker, option trader, philanthropic investor, and of course, human being more. I was formerly a software executive. I joined in June 1st of 2012, went silver by the end of July, and as you said, in February, helped with 3 silver runs and 3 made it, and in March helped with 3 silver runs and 1 made it, and I'm currently helping with 5 silver runs this month. There's 4 more that could be potential if they choose to. So.
Mm-hmm. Now that is a lot of activities, and we'll go to that in just a moment. I'd like to start up a conversation with, well, everybody touched on a little bit, you know, it's like what your background is and what you have done. And how Nikken has impacted you in one way or the other. Now, a lot of times, you know, think back to the before Nikken, you know, before you were introduced to Nikken, and what were some of the things that you had to, I mean, maybe you had to overcome something to take a serious look at it, because you may had something, you never heard about network marketing, maybe you have, but what was the kind of some of the things that went on before you made a decision to actually join Nikken? And I'm going to start, I'll go back to Peru, to Lima, and go to Ted. Dr. Ted Rivera, I know when we first met, your brother was pretty open. And I would say it's an understatement to say that you were not open, because I know you wanted to prove me wrong.
That's right.
So,
I wanted to save my brother.
yeah. So what happened?
Okay, you see, we've heard a lot of things about network marketing, and so many people are misinformed about it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how it works until somebody really sits with you and explains it to you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you start to say, okay, this is not bad, but still, how do the products work? And then you just try them. You remember you told my brother, okay, just lend him a couple of things and see, and then try them. And that's when I found that if Nikken can help me, because it really helped me, it changed my life completely.
Mm-hmm.
I can help other people.
Right.
That's when I decided, okay, even though I was against it, because I was misinformed, now I'm just for it. I'm probably one of the most motivated Peruvians with Nikken.
Well, I know. I mean, today you're an active participant in building up Peru. You participate in the big events, but what was it that kind of triggered for you, to say this is real, this is something that I can actually, because I know you're pretty busy in what you do, in your practice, that you can actually bring this, into your life, even as a busy surgeon,
Yeah, well, you see, this is one marvelous thing about Nikken. You can use it as either plan. It can be your plan A, your plan B, and I thought, okay, I just carry on working because I love my work. I love being a dentist. I love surgery. And I said, but when I hang out with my friends, and for example, one of my friends was having a headache and back pain. Okay, just try this on. I didn't explain anything to him. And after a while, he said, oh, I feel so much better. It's just sharing. And you can do that whenever you want to. You don't have to dedicate your whole day to doing this or doing that. You're just hanging out with your friends, and you say, okay, this happened to me. Mm-hmm. And it's like when you try any product, and you don't like it, you talk bad about it. But if when you really love something, you just talk to everybody, everyone about it. That's how it started with me.
Well, with you, there's something special also, because I remember, like, I almost feel like an old guy, when we started talking, because you were the first one who took like the social networking really serious.
Yes.
Now, I'm saying that because I want to ask you the question: where did you find your first distributor?
Okay, it might seem weird or strange, but I just found a couple of friends I added on Facebook. Some of them I didn't even know. They were just in the same field, other dentists. I said, okay, we were talking. I said, what do you think about this? About wellness. I said, okay, I kind of like it. Why don't you come over and I'll explain everything to you. I'll give you a small presentation. And my first downline was someone I didn't know, and I found him on Facebook. Mm-hmm. That's my first downline. I have lots of people that go into my presentations. Some of them I know or haven't seen for a long time, and I found them on Facebook, and they go to my presentations, and some of them are part of my network now.
Excellent. So you utilize, Facebook a lot.
Yes.
A lot. Excellent. Stacy, let's move to you. Now, from what I gather, you've been well, you do volunteer work, but you also do accounting, right? Do we still have, Stacy, do we still have you on? I can't see her right now. Okay, so we'll move over to Herschel, can I hear you? Are you on?
Yes, I'm here.
Excellent, good, we have to check. I see Stacy smiling, but Stacy, can you hear me?
Now I can, but it says the connection is experiencing difficulties. We'll see if it stays on
Herschel,
here.
we'll come right back to you.
No problem.
Okay, Stacy, while I have you,
Yes.
so you've been in accounting and you do a lot of volunteer work.
I do. You know, I'm pretty much in mother mode. You know, my children are 8, 12, and 17, and they take a lot of my time. And right along up with being a mother, it's important to me to be a volunteer in my kids' schools and in the community. I teach financial literacy to the inner city high schools.
Yeah.
So Nikan came into my life because, like I had mentioned before, my middle son has quite a few medical issues. You know, I've used the Western medicine because there was nothing else I can do. But it was one of the bothersome complaints of migraines that I, as a mother, am still trying to solve, that opened my eyes to Nikan and the willingness to try it. As for challenges, you know, I'm here in Wisconsin, and it doesn't have as much of a presence. And so, you know, I have found that as a challenge, but I keep motivated by, even before Nikan, I was a sharer of information. What worked medically for my child, I would share. What didn't work medically for my child, I would share. Mm-hmm. So the Nikan philosophy isn't much different than that. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, my computer is doing some funky things. I wasn't sure if I lost the connection again, but so I am still finding my style in Nikan. I did have a negative association with network marketing, and I'm working on changing that, and just putting my focus on sharing information. I think a success that I had early on was I attended Humans Being More.
Okay.
And I really got some goals in mind. And shortly after coming home, I was put in front of a person that I knew from our school district, but I didn't know her well. And now she's my frontline. She just turned silver last month.
Okay,
but
congratulations.
What has worked for us is we have found a specific ailment, Lyme's disease, that she had, and she got such immediate relief from the Nikan products, and a lot of those patients have dabbled into alternative medicine because Western medicine doesn't work for them well, and so we have kind of become the specialists in Lyme's. And that's our focus right now, so that was a big part in helping me achieve silver.
Yes, excellent.
It was the strategy we employed that has worked for myself and my downline.
At this point, it's always important for me to mention we neither prognose, diagnose, or treat any illnesses, and if our products work on anything, it's a positive side effect, and I think that's always great. And I think it's always also good, you know, that you said, because what I hear is that you specifically found something for your son and also for a friend of yours, where they have immediate results from using the whole wellness home concept. I understand, right?
Yes, and as a mother, you know, I have always wanted to have my child off medication, and he's been on it since infancy, and I can say that, you know, with focusing on wellness and employing a lot of the Nikan products and the wellness home, you know, I have taken him off all his prescription and over-the-counter medications. So as a mother, that's important to me, and I feel good about it.
That's big.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty big. Awesome. Thank you very much for sharing, Stacy. Herschel, now I'm going to move over to you. As a graphic designer and musician, you're a very creative person. But you've always also mentioned, I hear a lot, about your family, how important that is. And share with us, what brought you to Niken, and what kind of, broke the ice for you, and actually got you going.
Well, first of all, if Dave came to me with doing some energy tests out on the soccer field, and at first, I mean, I was all in. I mean, I didn't have to think about it. Why not? What do I have to lose? So yeah, that really brought me in. And as far as using some of this, for my kids, I mean, I've they're all wearing a chip, and they really see the benefits from that. But more so for myself, I mean, I used to have allergies, and I mean crazy allergies, and it's within God, I think it was like the first week, I didn't really experience it or truly realize it, but I was just referencing the now rather than the past, and all of a sudden it may have happened immediately, or it may have happened within a week, but I didn't quite realize it until a week later that I wasn't sneezing as often as I was. I felt like I was more at ease when I would be driving, for instance. There were so many different things that started to change about my own health and behavior. Mm-hmm. So, and not only that, but I think creatively, I was just doing different things and more, definitely more.
So there's definitely changes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Is there something that you particularly like, from the products, if it's like air, water, sleep, rest, relaxation, nutritional?
Oh yeah, definitely. The air has really been. I have the air purifier in my room, and I mean, it has changed the whole dynamics of the room. I mean, I feel like I sleep better. Not only that, I just my allergies have gone away.
Excellent.
And for the most part, I would say the sleep system has just benefited me greatly. I mean, I sleep throughout the night. I haven't been able to do that in years. And just, yeah, so, and I sleep less, and it's very strange. I feel like, after 6 hours or so, it's like I can't, even if I wanted to sleep longer, I can't stay in bed for too long. I just need to get out. I feel like a cell phone that's been sitting on the charger all night. It's at 100%, and you got to take it off of that, at some point. So yeah, I would say, yeah. I mean, there have been so many. I mean, the water has been great. I mean, God, the list goes on. The vitamins. I mean, I'm having more energy than I ever have. The light. I've been using the light, and right now I'm currently going back to school and working on my degree. And since then, I mean, I'm able to sit at the computer for much longer. I can read for much longer, and just with ease. And I'm not sure what it is or how it's working, but I guess it doesn't really matter. But
I guess you just have to use it, right?
Yes, exactly.
I find it always very funny. There's a lot of people that always make jokes like, it's like, guys, if you would just use it, you would see what we're talking about. It's like, talk is cheap, but as you guys say, it's like once you really experience it, it makes all the world of a difference, and then you can't stop talking about it.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's, for me, there are a lot of people who are, start off and they're kind of apprehensive about it, but I think in my case, there was nothing to be apprehensive about. I mean, but I can understand how a lot of people would be like that, because it's a very, very difficult concept, I guess, for people to just believe in magnets or believe in some of this stuff. I mean, I think that can be a huge barrier with a lot of people. But
Well,
yeah.
well, let's look at it. You know, we have experienced the products, and now we're going to go into why go silver. Why did you guys go silver? Ted, tell me why.
See, at first, there are different ways to become silver. I started first by sharing with a lot of people and say, okay, I shared a lot. My first month was really big. I shared with so many people.
How many people did you talk to? Just about.
Hard to tell. Maybe 40, 50.
Okay.
And it went well with almost everybody because they were just so fascinated with how I felt. They saw the change in me. And afterwards, they say, okay, let's just, I don't only want to share it with them. I want them to share it with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I began to build up my network. Okay, I was talking to someone, okay, what do you think about this? Wouldn't you want this for your family? Would you want a little bit more freedom to spend with your family? You don't have to be so worried about work and have that all your time set to only work.
Mm-hmm.
When you need, for example, you want to make more money, you always have to work more time, and that you just subtract time from the time you spend with your family and your friends and to relax. So lots of my friends said, okay, I want this. I want this for my family. I want this like a different way of life.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, let's do this together. And so I started with 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I have 12 people in my network.
Excellent.
And we're working really hard, and everybody's so excited right now.
So when did you see like a bigger picture? You know, it's like when did that happen for you?
About becoming silver?
Yes, and then beyond, because I know you have silver was like not even your first goal. You saw even beyond that.
Yes. I mean, first of all, I want to share with so many people. Mm-hmm. I've been talking with people from the States, Mexico, and some other countries.
So you went global right away.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I have people waiting. For example, I have one in Mexico right now, and some people waiting for Niken to get there because they're so excited because they know how this works. I explained everything to them. I probably talk about Niken every single day, and I don't know for how long, maybe 1, 2, or 3 hours a day. When I'm with my patients, I talk with them. Some of my patients are so excited with Niken too.
So it's not like a job.
No, this will be more like a hobby because I really love doing it.
And you get paid for it.
And I get paid for it. You see, and building a network means when you build a network, it's not only your time you spend to get money, to make money, but you work with people, get to know a lot of people, and you become more social, even though you might not be social, and you start to make money, a little bit of money from every single one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And since you spend less time working and you can spend more time with everybody else, you earn liberty.
Great.
You have a lot of free time you can spend with your family. For example, right now I'm seeing a couple of friends I haven't seen from the university. That's 13 years ago. I haven't seen them, and now we can hang out. We hang out every single week, maybe once, twice, 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
I spend time with my family, a lot more time with my family. I can spend more time with my friends. I live a lot more. I'm happier. You see, one of the things that worked for me is the sleep system. I don't know if you remember, but I probably slept 2, 3, 4, or 5 hours a day since I was 12 or 13. That's over 20 years, and my character was different. Mm-hmm. I was very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And after I tried the sleep system, I just fell asleep in 5 or 10 minutes. And my character changed so much. I'm happier. And I feel more vibrant with a lot of energy.
Mm-hmm.
And people see that in me. And that's one of the ways I start to share. And they see, okay, you changed like that, and you have so much energy. I want to be like that.
Yeah.
And so they get into my network because they know if this works for him, and I see it can work for me, I want the same thing as he's doing. I want to be like him.
So what was the month when you went silver? How was that for you?
It was the month that we gave the first big meeting
Mm-hmm.
that I participated in. And I got 2 people in that were so excited with, I had talked with them first before, and they said, okay, I just want this. This is what I love. And they got in that day.
So they
Because I only had,
so they came to a big event.
yes,
They saw the bigger picture.
yes,
They got different opinions, different viewpoints, and
exactly.
got excited and got started.
And they said, okay, today I want to be a superior. That's what they said.
Which is an executive here?
Yes, that means they just went up 1 level.
No, they went superior is senior, sorry. Senior, yeah.
Senior,
Yeah.
yeah. It's superior here.
Yeah.
It's a senior. So they want to become a senior that same day.
Right.
That's what they did. And that's how I became silver, because I got 2 in that day.
Excellent. So it went relatively quickly, and it went. You did it over 3 months, right?
3.5.
3.5. Well, yeah. Great. Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on to Stacy now. Stacy, maybe you can share a little bit about your silver month. Why go silver, and how was your silver month? What was some of the things that might be important for you to share with people that are thinking of going silver?
It was stressful. It was down to the wire, if I'm being honest. What would I want to share? I have one really strong leg that has made a big difference, and the way I am viewing Niken is I'm not in the time of my life right now that I can dedicate a lot of time to it, but I have one child moving out to college, in the fall, and then I've got 2 more, and I see it as a business that I will continue with and be in for a long time, and it's in the future where I will be spending more and more time. So I did go relatively quickly, I think, from starting in July to making silver in February. I had to get out of my comfort zone and ask for some help. I had to, personally, I still, I love talking to people, but I'm finding in where I'm at in my life right now, I'm hitting a lot of the same people. So I had to get out of my comfort zone.
Okay, I think we've got Stacy got cut off for a second. If she comes back, we'll go back to Stacy. I'll move over to Juana. Hi, Juana. We have you back.
Hi. Yes,
Hi.
I'm here. Hi.
Now you talked so gracefully and so awesome about the products and what it did for you and your family. Now, maybe you can share a little bit about going silver. What motivated you going silver, and what did you do in that month to get to silver?
When I learned that I became silver, I got excited because I proved myself that at this age, I'm over 60, and that I was able to do what I thought I was not able to. Like, for example, opening a business, a new business. I already involved with real estate investment, And of course, as I took an early retirement from Santa Clara County as a social worker, I was a dependency investigator, and I wanted to be away from a lot of negative things, people suffering and things like that. So when I said it was an answer to my prayers, because I wanted to see everybody enjoying a healthy life, but I didn't know how. Then when I became silver, and I said, well, I think I'm getting an answer from above me, heaven, that I should be helping everybody the good news that I had, because when I saw my son being so enthusiastic and getting better, in all areas of his life, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and I got so excited. Not only excited because I proved myself that I could do the job, but also that I could be also a role model for others to use what is there for us just to be able to use it for their own good. So being a silver is going to be a beginning of something better. I'm planning to be higher than silver, because if I'm going to work harder, I'm going to be able to bring more good news to different people. Right now, for example, I'm planning to visit my 11 cousins in Paris, and also in Barcelona, my niece, to bring the good news, because as a social worker, we're always monitoring. We're trying to buy, buy something in order to bring to our clients. Meaning, if we don't have the, I don't know how to explain myself, but anyway, I like to help the needy. That's what it is. And I'm also in touch with so many people, especially ex-coworkers who are suffering from so many illnesses as a result of being so many years in social services, physically, mentally, spiritually. So I'm so excited and very happy to see how my friends are come to me. We get together more often because of Niken. They invite me to their homes, spending days in their vacation home by the beach. As a matter of fact, last 2 weeks ago, I went to one of my friends who was really very sick, and also her husband. But right now they're using Niken products, and I get more phone calls from them saying, or giving me words of happiness and joy, and thanking for feeling themselves better, because they're using these Niken products. They're able to have more energy. They're able to walk faster and to live their life at the fullest. I'm sorry, at the fullest. So I feel so good, and I'm able to sleep well, because I said, at least I did something for my friends that I thought I was never gonna see them anymore. But so Niken is giving me the opportunity to bring not only closer to my life, but also to my heart, because I feel like I'm doing something good, not only for them, also for my family. I see my children. I have 3 sons. Herschel is my second son. I see some changes in their life. I see that they have more desire to get better in life, And as a mother, I feel like I'm fulfilling my responsibility as a responsible mother, to let them see how they can achieve their goals, being better in life.
Excellent.
So it's not only going to end here in California or Peru, but also in Europe.
That's awesome. So you get to travel soon. That's really awesome. Thanks for sharing, Herschel.
Yes.
What can you tell us about Going Silver? Maybe you can go into, how many people did you talk to? And maybe you can share a little bit about, well, how important is teamwork?
Oh, wow. Yeah. God, Going silver was, yep, it was definitely a little stressful, but the payoff was definitely worth it. In the end, it really seemed to. I mean, there was so much involved in getting there, but finally getting there,
Can you
was
share a
just
little
such
bit about the process of what was it for you to go through? You know, what did you guys have to line up? How many people did you have to talk to? How did you talk to people? Maybe some details that would be interesting for somebody who's thinking of going silver.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, we definitely had to talk to quite a few people, and the way we did it was to. Oh, one second. Sorry.
Okay. Well, okay. David, maybe you can take over as the mastermind of your group here. Can you hear me?
Sorry, had a little
David?
transition right there. Sorry.
David?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, great. Okay, Herschel, maybe you want to throw something in quickly.
Yeah, real quickly. Yeah, definitely talking to quite a few people. Lots of follow-ups. Yeah, definitely. Going silver was yeah. I mean, there was so much involved, but yeah, definitely following up was key in this whole procedure. And wow, yeah, it was totally worth it. But anyway, I apologize for that little sudden.
That's okay. That's okay. No, David.
Yeah, well, I think we just experienced this business of Nikan is a life-based business. I don't call it a home-based business.
And a family-based business. Since we're all sitting at home and doing our business out of the home.
Yes.
So David, maybe you can share a little bit of the insights that you've gotten since you started, and then you actually started to duplicate, because you went silver, and then you started, you got 4 people, and now you've got 4 to 5 people waiting in line. So something is working right now. You picked up something that might be important for other people to understand. Maybe you can go into some of the insights that you got, if it's, how do you build a team, if it's events, if it's rhythm of the business. Maybe you can share some of the things, insights that were really important to you and that you're now sharing with your downline.
Absolutely. And I've gone through some transitions. I went silver my second month in the business, and it was stressful. It was a decision 10 days before the end of July when I had no seniors and some of my own volume, and in 10 days ended up with 3 seniors and the rest of the 12,000. And I was doing the business for 5 months with a lot of in-homes, hour-long meetings that would turn into 3, sometimes because I spoke too long and sometimes because people stayed around and were interested. And then I wasn't really being coachable. And so I had success. I got to silver, but I honestly was not being as coachable as I should have been. And I believe that is key in this business. And I was told that for months, but I ignored it. And then around Thanksgiving, one of my Royal Diamond upline, Mac McDonald, came back from Las Vegas, the Network Marketing Pro Conference, and introduced the Go Pro recruiting scripts, which showed me a way to, in 2-minute conversations, in a couple of minutes, find someone's why, their dream, or some pain that's in their life, and then in 2 minutes invite them to watch some videos. And I stopped the events at my home on purpose entirely for a month to use this new approach of using email invitations to video. Well, real life meetings and then email invitations to videos, and let the videos do the talking instead of me. And I switched to
what kind of videos are you using? Can you give some examples? Yeah,
the videos that I'm using are actually on a website that my team and I and some Crossline are using. It's called IamDiscoveringMy.personalfreedom.com. And the videos on that page currently are the Healthy Child, Healthy World, The Vital Wellness from Europe, Rick Murphy's overview, a 5-minute video on the tax savings that come from network marketing, because I find a lot of people that's why they want to come in is the tax savings, and in fact it pays for their tax and their wellness home pretty quickly just from that alone. And then a few testimonials for their business are the main videos there. It's about 20 minutes of videos, and that's what I invite people to do. And my team is starting to do that too. My newer team, which is the way I brought them in, that's what they're duplicating. And my older team it's being reintroduced to another way of doing it.
So if you can, to stop you there for a second, so you, how do you contact people? Do you say you use email?
I have real life conversations. I use the bump into market a lot. Someone I just meet. I like to get to know people, and I just make sure my questions are a little more pointed about their family, occupation, resources, and motivation, and discover where they have a financial need or a time balance need or a contribution to society need or a dream in one of those areas. And when I find that, I say, I'm doing something that's working for me in those areas. This might work for you. Would you watch 20 minutes of videos to see if it might work for you? And then I get a date and a time from them on their own schedule when they're going to have watched them, and I call and follow up with them.
And you follow up, yeah. Okay.
So, from the beginning, my sister was one of my first downline. It was in Wisconsin, as she said. We looked like crazy for local Nikon support and local events, and there weren't really any. So we needed to figure out how to do this in a way that did not rely on local events, and that was a transition that I made. And I got more successful recruiting, and then it came time. Some of my downline decided to go silver, and I did 3 in the first month in February. I was lucky, and due to their great efforts, all 3 went silver, and I started to see a process. So I ran 3 more in March, and only one of the 3 went silver, and so I'm not so cocky anymore, and realize that's probably more the normal numbers. And just to have developed a process, I believe, for coaching silver that is as simple as helping them understand that they're the president of their own business, and encouraging them to set goals, in this case a goal to go silver, and then asking them if they're coachable, the decision I made poorly for 5 months, and then asking them to pick coaches, me or someone else in their upline, asking them to take the PE profile from RI training to assess their skills and start working on the skills that can make them a better network marketing professional, and then having them, with the coach that they picked, schedule regular coaching conversations, ideally 5 days a week, maybe for 15-30 minutes. Maybe it's 2 or 3 days a week, 15-30 minutes. Tell their coach the goal, ask for help from their coach, and then while they're building their skills, engage the coach in the recruiting process, because especially if you're starting this soon after they came in Nikon, they're still learning that. And so with the coach in the recruiting process as an ABC, they can, while they're learning other skills through residual income training, also be watching the recruiting process, participating, making the connections, and using a lot of ABCs. The ABCs I've found are key. It's this crazy thing about how this works is, they have the relationship with people, but then, minutes later, they all of a sudden are not the most trusted, person, and these other people can provide great information.
So what I'm hearing is it's important to have a team, not to do it alone, to find a mentor, to go to big events.
Yep.
So those are all very important things. So in the last part of the show, I just would like to move into the beyond part. What do you see? Where do you see yourself going with Nikon? And we'll start out one more time in Peru, in Lima, Peru. Ted?
Hi. What do I see with Nikon in my life? Okay, during the silver training, that's becoming better humans.
The humans being more training?
Yes. I realized what I really want. I want to have more free time, spend more time with my family and friends, travel around the world, and share this with so many people. I cannot even count them because there's so many.
Why do you see this? Why can that happen with Niken?
I don't know. This is a special company in so many ways. You always have the support from the company all the way up. Just for example, you came to Peru. You're 6 levels above me, 6 people above me, and you still come to Peru just to spend time with us and train us. And I want to do the same thing for all the people I have. So I want to travel, and this is like hobby. I have to travel to some other country and help them out, and helping them out will just be so wonderful. I get to know the people, their customs, spend time with them. It's really fun. And for example, you met a couple of my downlines, and you spend time with them, and they're so excited too. We had lunch, and you see, this is becoming better humans. Is just part of Niken, and this is like building a big family. The more people you get to know, the bigger your family is.
Right.
And it changes your life in so many ways. It's really hard to explain.
Well, I can feel your excitement, and it's awesome to have you on the team. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stacy. Welcome back.
Thank you.
I'd like you to share a little bit about what you see with Niken in the future, for your future.
What I see in the future is a much larger network. I look forward to building a lot more relationships, as relationships are very important to me. And my dream is to be an angel here on Earth. And I would love to accomplish that by helping many people by introducing Niken into their lives.
Awesome. Thank you very much for sharing. Juana.
Hi. Yeah, as my desire in life is to reach out people at large. Niken is giving me the opportunity not only socialize, but also help people to achieve their goals, to become what they want to be in life. And I believe, like my mother used to say when Channel 14 here in California interviewed my mom, what is the secret of living so many years, 106 years? And she said, it's because I take care of what God gave me. That is my body. So I said, how do you take care of your body? So she kept saying, oh, because I eat healthy food. I take it. Because my mother, if she had a headache, she will use an herb from the garden, or potatoes with salt around her neck, and put a wet towel around her neck and fall asleep, and that was it. She never used aspirin or something like that. So she was saying, I love to take care of myself. And I know so many people in Peru, we believe in using natural treatment, and I like to help them. That is not only whatever they have in their hands now, but they could get better if they are able to use Niken products. So what I like is to spread all the information, because I love to share with others what I have. So by role modeling from them, taking care of my health, by using the products, Niken products, I know I'm gonna get better, younger and better. Because, you know, I believe that if we know how to take care of ourselves, if we don't worry so much about the future, that's what I like Nikens, because it helps you right there. You don't have to wait for, like many doctors, the Western medicine says, well, you have to wait until you're done with this battle, whatever. But this is something that you can see the results right there. So most of my friends are so excited because they can see the results of Nikken. So my future is going to be better when I reach as many people as possible in the future.
Great. Thank you very much. Herschel.
Well, yeah, I think it's likewise with what my mom just said, you know, just to reach out to as many people as possible, provide healing, and just raise awareness. I think that is my goal, and that could really branch off into other areas of social endeavors. But I think mainly it really comes down to bringing this new idea to people who are maybe even closed-minded or even open-minded to it, but just introducing this idea and spreading the good news. That's where I'm at. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, Herschel. Okay, David.
So my why, as discovered in my first Humans Being More, is to give life meaning to millions of people around the world. And I quickly realized that's going to be hard to do by myself. So I need a team, and they need a team, and they need a team. And I've realized that I'm not building a network of people, I'm building a network of dreams. And so my goal is to discover the dreams of each of my people and help them to achieve them. For example, one of my downline burning dream at the moment is to bring Humans Being More in Spanish here to the Bay Area, and he's making it happen. At the beginning of June, hasn't been here in years in Spanish. And so that's a dream. It's not building his business right now or mine, but it's absolutely improving the world. And so I figured early on, you know, to give life meaning to millions of people in the world, I need to get to Royal Ambassador, and the date that came up for me was the end of 2015. And so I've got some steps along the way: gold this month, maybe platinum, and diamond in September, and Royal Diamond by the end of the year. And that just comes from finding people's dreams and helping to bring them to life.
Excellent. Great. We have right now the Sarasota Film Festival in our hometown, which is a great annual event here. And of course, you know, I don't miss out on some of the films. And actually, I had a chance today to go to the movies and watch one of the documentaries that I found. And if you find somebody texting in the movies, that would be me. So, whenever somebody says something that I like, I'll write it down. And at the end, you know, it's very simple things, you know, that I pick up. And one of the things that they said was, you know, when you find something that you can put your energy into it, you know, that makes the life better of other people and makes your life better, you know, that is a good thing to do. If your hearts and your heads are in the right place, we would have very little problems in the world. And I think, you know, as you can see tonight, you know, the group of people that I had on the show tonight shows you the power of Nikken, shows you the power of natural energy products, how it can actually, just by breathing, by sleeping, by drinking, by taking care of ourselves, our families, and the people that we know, that things happen. And doing that as a business, you know, is something that has been unheard of, you know, in years. As you can see, many of them, I guess, still have their jobs and do it on the side. And that is, I think, something that's great. We are raising awareness for people to understand natural energies, organic food, how to treat yourself better, how to sleep better, how to have more energy. And again, I want to thank my guests tonight, Dr. Ted Rivera from Lima, Peru, Stacy Ludi from Wisconsin. We have Juana Lufgren and we have Herschel Lufgren in San Francisco, as well as David Martin. Thank you guys very much for being on the panel today. It was awesome to have you. I hope everybody that is listening live, and if you're listening on YouTube at a later point, that you enjoyed this. And thank you very much. Until we meet again at Going Silver with Igor Gruendl. See you next time. Good night and goodbye.